Balitang National. Good morning, Pilipinas, and welcome to another edition of Balitang National. For this video, allow me to use English and Tagalog as our medium of instruction. We are going to simplify these given two rational expressions under subtraction. Yung gagawin po natin is we're going to include all necessary operations, including the concepts taken from the fractions, para po masimplify po ito. Meron po tayong x plus y all over x minus y to be subtracted with x minus y over x plus y. Take note po, di po pwedeng makakancel yung x plus y sa taas at sa baba, and kasama po yung x minus y kasi nga po, we are not multiplying them, we are subtracting them. Na bago po natin gagawin yun, gagawin natin yung mga process of simplifying, we need to have a short review. Kaya po nitong fractions na 1/2 minus 1/3. Di po pwede na diretso natin sasabihin yung sagot natin is 0 kasi nga 1 minus 1 is 0. We can only subtract, kasama na po yung addition nga eh. We can only subtract or add fractions if they're considered to be similar. And we can only look for similarity by considering po kung ano po yung mga denominator po nila. Yung 1/2 and 1/3, the denominators are 2 and 3 respectively. Then they are not the same. So we cannot subtract them automatically. However, pwede po nating gawin yung LCD para po makahanap tayo ng equivalent fractions to subtract them later. Equivalent fractions or LCD means the least common denominator of two denominators here. So you have 2 and 3. The least common denominator is 6 as we are only going to multiply them. Kasi nga yung factors ng 2 ay 2 times 1 and saka yung 3 is 3 times 1. So we have no other factors aside from 1 which is 2 and 3 only. So 2 times 3 is 6. Yun din po yung gagawin natin dito. This x minus y and x plus y sa ating rational expressions, they are actually binomial expressions. Do not think like, may x naman, may y naman. So, baka okay na po sila. Kasi nga po, hindi po sila magkapareha. You have here, x minus y, and then x plus y sa kabila. So, they are not the same. What we could look here is that since they are considered to be binomial expressions, we can simply multiply the two binomials. And whenever you multiply, please do not forget to enclose them into parentheses. You have x minus y and x plus y. Now that we have this as our LCD, looking back at our fraction, di po pwedeng 1 minus 1 pa rin po. Kasi nga po, when we look for LCD, the purpose of that is to make similar fractions. The point here is this. We're going to do it like this. 6 divided by 2, we have 3. That should be the multiplier of the numerator of your first fraction. 3 times 1. Kasi nga po, 3 times 1 is 3 over 6, it's still 1/2. This is an equivalent fraction of 1/2. So we're going to do it like that. Sa kabila, 6 divided by 3 is 2. That should be the multiplier of your second numerator. What if this is 7? Gawin na po natin siya 7. So we have 6 divided by 3 is 2 times 7. So your result after dividing your LCD by your denominators are the multipliers of your respective numerators. And please don't forget yung operation po na subtraction dito. So yun din po ang gagawin natin dito sa kabila. So x minus y, so meron tayong x minus y, times x plus y to be divided by our first denominator of x minus y. We can cancel this. The multiplier now is x plus y. This is our multiplier, x plus y. Multiplier to our original numerator, which is also x plus y. Okay. So, yun po ang gagawin natin sa first rational expression. Sa second rational expression, it's still the same. Okay? So, we have x minus y. That's our LCD. X plus y to be divided by our second denominator of x plus y. So, ito na po yung maka-cancel. We have x minus y as our multiplier to our second numerator, which is also x minus y. And think that the operation is subtraction. By the way, we cannot cancel this. Di po rin gagawin to kasi nga po yung numerator natin we have two terms separated by subtraction. So what we can do here is just simply to multiply our the product or the results of our numerators. This we have binomial times binomial. We also have here. So simply use the FOIL method. So the first x times x, you have x squared. Inner y times x is xy. Then you have x times y is xy. You have 2xy. And then you will have here y times y is y squared. Now here's the thing for our second expressions here. I am suggesting to just please enclose the results in a parenthesis so that we could properly operate them later. Kasi nga po, yung operation before the product of the two is subtraction. And we have subtraction here. There is something to be done whenever we have to remove the grouping symbol. If you will forget the parentheses, there might be some errors later. So let's do it like this. Again, x times x, you still have x squared here. Inner, so you have negative y times x, you have negative xy, and you also have another negative xy. So minus 2, I forget, this is xy pala. Okay, 2xy. Okay, dito we have xy here as well. Then you will have here plus negative y times negative y, you have y squared. Okay, that's y squared. All over your denominator. Let's not just multiply our denominator yet. Kasi nga po, baka later we could cancel something here. I'm not sure, but let's see later. Okay, you will still try to factor things later to see if there are things that could be simplified. Let me place the next process here. So you have x squared plus 2xy. That's your numerator, right? Plus y squared po. Okay. Ito na po yung mangyayari dito. Kasi nga po, minus ng lahat ng entries dito, lahat po ng entries dito, yung signs na ay mati-change po. So yung x squared natin is magiging minus x squared talaga. Okay. Next, yung minus 2xy natin, magiging po siyang plus 2xy. Imagine if you were not able to add parentheses here, you will just assume that it's still minus 2xy and it's incorrect na po. Then, ito po pangalawang mangyayari. Yung positive y squared natin, magiging minus y squared po siya. All over our entire denominator of x minus y times x plus y. Now, here's the thing. We simplify our expression. You have here x squared minus x squared. That's 0. You have here y squared and negative y squared. You have 0. 2 plus 2, you have 4 x y over our denominator of x minus y times x plus y. This is now our simplified result, or this is the difference of our two original rational expressions. By the way, if you will be tempted to multiply your denominator, you could also try that. You will have x squared minus y squared because this are two binomial expressions with the same first term, same second term, but magkaiba lang po yung ating operations. And you cannot cancel anything naman po. So nevertheless, this will be our final answer for this given. Lester Lou Sigumpan, nagbabalita for Balitang Rational. Huwag kalimutang mag-subscribe, i-like at i-share ang video ito. Maraming salamat!